But anyway, it looks like the match is finally starting live. Going live. Starting. Either one. Not both combined.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I need to reconnect to the server. Would probably help. You got to take this one to start with. Oh, you're not on the server either. Why not? Brilliant.
Because I was busy looking up stuff on HLTV. All right.
Yeah, that was a connection timeout.
We've also got the only professional British Counter-Strike player on the server currently.
Alex?
Yes.
Yeah. But how British is he? Like,
he's not really British, but Paul thinks he's British.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they'll adopt anything. You know, anything with a UK passport, like the Sponge, for example. You know, oh shit, I just ended up on the playing field.
No, I mean Paul will definitely claim Sponge if he gets a chance. Chad has a UK passport now. I think that's what I said. Yeah. I think that's what he's living in Europe with now.
Yeah, he lives in Germany though. Didn't even go to the UK. That's pretty funny.
Listen, man. I've lived in the UK for 3 years now. I'm not a big fan of the UK, but I'm even less of a fan of Germany. So I don't know what he's on about.
Listen, anything outside of the London area is just a third world country out there.
I don't leave Zone 1, so I wouldn't know.
Exactly. Well, just waiting still. A bit of a pause. Match has been on pause, though, so we finally do get a game of Counter-Strike going.
Here we go.
How about that? There was people getting pumped up, especially on the Finnish side.
Yeah.
Let's take this. Let's take this.
Must have heard at least 2 people speaking.
Yeah, that's the start.
All right, let's see.
Well, the pistol round is live now, and from the looks of things, we have a 3-player stack towards B bomb side from SuperJymy coming in. Well, instead, though, Team-LDLC just wrapping around, and they're going to be splitting that A bomb side. And alone is Bona right now. He's going to get pressured by a lot of the T's, and they just went down. So that's going to be the bomb side open straight away.
This is going to be a really tough retake. I mean, unless the LDLC players just continue peeking with the advantage.
Which they
Still
have
a 3v4, all of them full health. It's not a bad situation to be in.
And you have a player in the pit in form of Maniac right now. He needs to stay alive. It's going to be a very hard retake. But Arvid and Zora gets the kill. It's going to be a 1-on-1 with Zora left. With 7 HP, gets the last kill as well. And that's going to be defused coming the way of SuperJymy. I feel like the guy, Maniac, he should have just stayed alive in pit, really. I mean, it's impossible for them to get to the bomb side if he's still alive.
I think that was actually existence. I think Maniac was the last person in the site.
Oh, was it?
We should enforce nicknames. Should send a very angry message to LDLC. Anywho,
that's a very fair point.
So yeah, it was indeed Maniac.
So who's Tinky Whiskey then?
Oh, hold on, no, Maniac has his real name. I'm confused.
Very confusing.
I was trying to look at the names on their backs.
Oh, that is very confusing. But we do have a force bug coming in from LDLC straight from the get-go here. A lot of utility to play with here, so that does allude us to the fact that they might be trying to do a execute if they're given that room, which you're going to expect that, especially once cities notice that the T's have force bought into rounds, usually means you're going to be a little bit more passive. Don't want to get one deeked.
By the way, we're going to be seeing a lot more second-round AK drops going forward after the success Cloud9 had with that at the major. That's been sort of surprising that it took so long, because that was a thing a decade ago. Every time, but I'm surprised that it took this long. We'll see. I mean, it works so well for Cloud9 in Boston that people are surely going to be doing that more going forward. Let's see, 1 minute left on the clock. LDLC really have gained no ground currently.
Yeah, no, Auna right now, he's the lone CT in the main bomb side. He's going to get pressured here very shortly. And so, like I said, LDLC with so many utility that enables them to do a full-on execute. But rotations do come in, so it's a bit of help. But they are on the opposite side of the bomb side at the time. And Alex sees one through the scope. Gets the second one as well. That's going to be the bomb side wide open. Great opening kills from Alex. And I'm just going to assume that's Alex because it says Alex the Monster.
This is playback from Cloud9. Just drop one AK, walk somewhere, he kills 2 people, round over. Let's see. Alex died fairly quick. His teammates have picked up the AK, but it is still 4v3 in favor of LDLC.
The HP is so
and it doesn't look like Yumu are even going to go for it. Ariel gets taken down by Maniac, who's actually on the flank from the A side. Zora is down to 18 health, though this is surely a done deal. And there he goes. Down to Bana all by himself.
Yep. Well, that was all down to Alex being able to get that first kill from the smoke, or from the gap of the smoke, you should say, I guess, and then getting the second one as well. Very, very simple, actually, but, you know, taking their time. And then eventually, once they got the ground on Banana, they walk in, utilize that AK-47 they had, got the picks, and that's around over.
That's a big kill by Existence at the very end of the round. This could have gone, considering all of his teammates died and LDLC don't have a lot of money for this round, this could have been a dangerous force buy for Yumu had they survived with that M4, because then I think it would have made sense to go for it. I mean, they're still going for the force buy, but it would have been a whole lot different thing if they had an M4 to anchor, say, the pit area in the A side.
I'm very interested to see if Yumu has some kind of a plan for this kind of round. Well, we're going to be throwing early nades with Banana. They do have 3 players towards his bomb site, but comes down to those deagles, and a lot of damage being inflicted to Tinky Whiskey, who I'm not sure who is, but apparently that's a new cool player. We're gonna have to enforce those real nicknames.
Gonna have to find a way to get some insight into these names.
Yeah, maybe you can. I don't know if the cable's long enough. You could just walk down there. Get some early info going on. All right, so SuperJymy putting a lot of effort into holding the Banana, not giving that room LDLC once actually.
It's Devil, of course.
There we go.
That's who it is. Of course, Devil.
So Tinky is Devil.
Yes.
Fair enough. Now, so you can see again, very slow from LDLC. They're just taking their time, and now Yumu has decided to actually vacate the whole B bomb site. And, well, it appears that LDLC is actually moving along towards that bomb site.
This looks like the kind of right call that we were talking about before the game as a possibility for LDLC in 5v4 rather situation, and they're just walking into the B side. It's completely empty, and you know, barring a disaster, this is going to be another round for the Frenchies. And it would actually be a good call for Yumu to just save their weapons at this point. They're not going to be winning this round. They still got CZs, Deagles, a Scout, Armors. So, you know, save this up and try to go for it again the next round. Meanwhile, if you're LDLC, you should definitely have your MAC-10s and the other, actually even the UMPs chasing for these kills, but especially the MAC-10s, that's not going to be nearly as dangerous for Yumu next round should they lose any of those weapons.
Yeah, but then if you do have the UMPs and the Mac Daddies, you can actually inflict a lot of damage close range because the fire rate is so fast in those weapons. So they actually are quite vital, usable in like, let's say if you just try to explode from AS or you take over the top and middle and the CTs are playing aggressive.
Listen, man, if you explode AS on an anti-eco round, you deserve to die.
Sure.
You're not meant to exist in the Counter-Strike ecosystem if you explode APs
or if you
on an anti-eco round.
Well, if you're carrying, you just go quad.
Too early. Too early.
All right. Moving swiftly along. They did manage to save 4 of the weaponry. So they have a Scout, upgraded pistols, armor, just 1 flash. But this is the round where I would just play aggressive over SuperJymy. Just trying to make sure you try to cause as much damage as possible.
Well, you definitely want to at least, you know, take duels this time, because last round he just gets wrong. So Bana gets the opener. So that's a good sign. Looks like LDLC are grouping up somewhat close to B currently.
Yep, they are.
So this could get dangerous really quick.
Well, they do still have 4 smokes to play with, but no mollies, so they're not going to be able to isolate any of the spots in the back of that bomb site. But now they turn around, actually going towards the top and middle.
Yep. And that's a good call. So you do have 2 players in B. So in a 3-2 split, you'd rather attack A in an eco round, I think.
Yeah. And well, the question is if they're going to wrap around or if they're going to go quad. Because if they do go quad, I think it can get really dicey here. They do go quad.
That's Alex Dink. He's down to low health. Ariel gets a kill. Kill by Devil is really the round changer in the site. That could have made kept the crossfire going. Now it's down to a 2v3 Ane and Arvid. Last 2 players, they've only got pistols, and LDLC is setting up quite nicely for the retake. So this should be an impossible round for the Finns.
Indeed. Well, Arvid making his way towards quad. Trying to sneak in a kill, but LDLC can just try to play passively here. Just hold angles, make sure that neither of the CTs get to the bomb site, and they'll be good. And as you can see, it's just going to be exit kills they're looking for here, Yumu. See where the T's do decide to go. They could go to pit. Apart from Devil.
You know what I don't like about the Inferno A site is that you can survive a bomb plant in the pit, which means you never have to exit, which means there's no danger ever in winning around there. That actually makes it safer for you to win around once you get to the after plant in the A site than in the B site, because in the B you actually kind of have to run away. You can't just stay in the back of the site. So first full weapon round.
Yeah, let's see what we have in sights from Yumi here. What kind of a CT set are they going to play?
No head armors. Arvid doesn't have a lot of utility. Neither does Zore, who also doesn't have an op, so
yeah, deep smoke.
Not a great first buy round.
No,
due to wasting so much money on the second round.
Yeah. Well, what they do seem to be wanting to contest this banana. The smoke's very deep. They're taking it over totally. But as we can see, that's going to be a
this is the kind of round where LDLC are just going to execute because they still have two SMGs. Let's see.
On the bomb side, but they do go swiftly down. Actually, one more. But somehow, LDLC actually managed to turn this around. Considering that Yumi got the first 2 picks, you would have thought that was enough of a punch from the CTs to be able to stop the push, but then apparently not.
I mean, and sometimes those early kills in an execution can be misleading because, you know, some executions sort of are set up in a way where you just trade the kills instantly after because of the informational advantage the CTs have early on. They see the people running into the crosshairs first, but then obviously after the first kills, you have all the information and the other team doesn't. So
sharp.
Pretty good start for LDLC, considering they lost the pistol round. Alex won them the second round. By the way, he's only gotten those 2 kills, but he's effectively still gotten them 3 round wins with those 2 AK entries. As we see Zore pushing down middle, deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, well,
eventually gets killed. Alex, that is.
Yeah, Banana gets the kill. And that's going to make LDLC go towards Banana once again. And they will see that no one's there, so they'll have a little room they need. And still, again, having all the grenades to play with. They could just plow into this bomb side. 2 CTs in there, though. So they need to be very decisive once they do actually commit to the push. Because if they get stuck here in pool, that can get really dangerous.
Just one flash with Ane, but it's not going to be enough. Arvid has a CZ, Ane has a Deagle, so let's see.
Now they're trying to bait a reaction from Yumi. But once there's nothing, they're just coming to the bomb site. And somehow
so
Arvid gets the kill, yeah. I don't know how, but he seemed like he was blind. He gets one. Not the second one, though. And that's going to be bomb side open.
Good effort by Yumi. Unfortunately, Zore pushes in before his teammates get in there, so that now leaves them in a 2v2. Would have made a big difference if he just waited and they could have baited one of the players in to the side in a 3v2, but not a lot left. So Ariel has a CZ, and his teammate gets taken down. Maniac gets a second kill as well. The sole Swiss player, who's ever basically played at the top level of Counter-Strike, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Since,
can't think of anyone else.
Because even Gore was Austrian, right?
Yeah, he was Austrian,
and Pabst was another Austrian guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's the only...
Names that these kids won't even remember. This is like...
Listen, it's names that 99.999% of the CS population don't remember or weren't around for. Some of the people weren't even born back then. Many of the CS fans weren't even born when those guys were
sure Gore has to be past 40 now.
I think he's got to be, because I think he was already kind of old guy at the time in like 2000, 2003, something like that. Well, so another buy round for Yumu, and this is now getting to that dangerous territory that I was talking about before the game went live, where you have a bad start on the CT side that's going to put so much pressure on the second half for you.
Indeed, but now they do have an op in the hands of Zore. We know he's a capable player with that weapon as well. So high expectations for him to be an impact player here for them. Once again, LDLC is going to be going into Banana once they have that room to play with. So that's always going to be a bit of a hindrance for the CTs, not having the knowledge of what's going on. Simultaneously, though, there's going to be a take towards middle as well from Alex and Maniac. So keeping both sides of the map really busy early on here.
LDLC really have had no trouble taking full map control so far in all of these gun rounds. Yumu are not contesting them at all as they take over the middle, take over Banana.
Like right now.
That's something they might need to switch up later on.
No, I think they do. I mean, right now, for example, you'd want to see them have a protocol on how to try to retake middle, for example. As I say that, though, Zore is going to be capable of taking one pick, but then lose the other duel against 0.1.
And that was a shot that was existence. That was a shot that he needed to hit.
Exactly.
Ariel, who's the star player of Yumu, is still alive in pit, though. He could still swing this round around, but he doesn't because Maniac instantly trades that kill. And once again, it's Arvid left in a 1v2 and an unfavorable retake of the A site. And this really is starting to feel like a deja vu at this point. And we're only 7 rounds into the game.
Exactly. It feels like the problem Yumi has right now is like mid-round calls on the CT side, you know. Because I feel like, especially if they give that much room early on, you kind of need to do some kind of play halfway through the round. So it's either trying to retake banana or you try to retake top and middle. So you take one portion of the map away and try to kill the players who are either on the way to execute or the people that are trying to cause a distraction.
Well, part of the problem is also that they're just not hitting any shots currently. You saw Zore miss the key op shot on Rap side on Existence. That was a shot he needs to hit the guy. I mean, Existence just runs into his crosshair. Sure. Also, Ariel, he started spraying on the guy coming from Rap side. That should have been a kill after 4 bullets, and that would have allowed him to readjust and look at the guy coming out of balcony. So there are 2 missed opportunities, but I think Yumu does need to start getting more aggressive because this passive style is just not working, because what LDLC are doing is they're just taking full map control, they're not losing any health, barely using utility, and then they have everything left to execute at about the 1 minute mark. And they haven't even faked anything yet. They have so much to fall back on still. Yeah, exactly. All they're doing is working this far. It's just not a good start. Very low health currently for Existence and Toinu.
Yumu still managed to get early picks though. Sometimes they've been 5-on-4 advantages. They've not been able to capitalize. It's just Elder to take their time, slowly demoling the site and not committing anywhere before getting the intel on where exactly the tickets were, taking them down 1 by 1. They've lost 2 members in the process, but still around they're going to be picking up quite comfortably. And it's going to be a 7-1 lead for them as well.
That's a dominant start. Maniac, 15-3.
Yeah.
Just like the resurgence of the early 2015 Titan Maniac. The only time when Kenny had a good teammate in those Titan teams, when he was playing really well. Unfortunately, it also coincided with the op patch when Kenny wasn't playing so well. So there's that.
Didn't work 7-1.
This is now getting to that territory where a couple more round losses and you're effectively out of the match.
Yeah, exactly.
Without a very strong T side. T side has Zore once again naded down to 70 health. Can't get an early pick. He's had to fall back all the way into the site.
Yeah, 30 seconds into this, LDLC already have full banana control.
Yep. The only thing Yumu can contest at this point is middle.
Yeah. Is there halfway doing? You have Balna here in quad, kind of watching towards Boiler, and Arvid is playing towards Closet here.
Let's see. Arvid gets smoked off now, so let's see if he's going to actually contest middle, if it's just going to fall back. Maniac down to just 4 points of health.
Yeah.
I think that was through the wall into A apartments.
Yeah. Quite possibly.
Or at least through the smoke. So Maniac's now down to very low health. It looks like, who do we have? Devil still waiting in banana. So I'm curious to see whether this is going to be a fake towards A, with Devil leading the rush into B, or vice versa.
And also you want to see SuperJymy trying to maintain a hold on to their mollies towards the tail end of the round, so that they can slow the attacks down on either side, or Archer quad.
Yeah, well currently they have 3 left. This bodes well for them, but and that's Ariel going down early on the re-peak. 30 seconds left, and this is surely going to be the push.
Bona's going to get consent.
Bona doesn't get the flash off in time, gets the first kill, but he's gonna need to get more because his team is still down. And Alex just wraps from Graveyard, gets the easy kill from the above. Nothing Bona can do, and his teammates are just so far behind in this rotation. It doesn't look like they're even going to go for it. It's 2v4, near impossible situation.
Where's the timeouts?
This is where you do need to take timeouts, but frankly, the way that Yumu are just approaching this side this far, this half this far, is it's just not working. They're giving LDLC too much space. They're making the right mid-round calls, and frankly, the Finns just have no answers to LDLC's executes.
Yeah, no, I think it starts off by saying that they first of all start hitting shots. That helps. You know, if you've been playing, especially playing in angles, you know, and passively more. So they're coming to your crosshairs a lot of the times. You need to be winning those duels. But at the same time, I do want to see them be a little bit more proactive and trying to make plays when they don't have that information.
Well, listen, I think the one advantage that LDLC have, it's definitely not skill. I think it's their leadership and their preparation. So I think when you play against teams like that, the one thing you can always do to try to, you know, do something against that is at least stop them from playing according to their game plan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying before.
Do something aggressive, get an early pick, even if even a bad trade-off, which by bad trade-off, I mean you don't want to trade players on the CT side because it's easier to go down in numbers on the terrorist side. But against teams like this, I think sometimes it's actually worth it to even trade a kill on the CT side, because at least it breaks what the terrorists were doing, and it's going to force them to adjust, and maybe that can help you. Maybe you can play the mid rounds better.
Yeah, exactly.
But what they're doing so far, where they're just bunkering into the site and just letting LDLC do whatever it is they feel like doing, that's definitely not working, and that's got to stop. And hopefully that's what they're talking about now during the timeout. I mean, this is their time to adjust. They can still get, you know, 5-7 rounds. That's still doable. You'll need to have a very, very strong terrorist half, and it's not the kind of thing that's easy to have. At this point, LDLC is definitely favored to win this game, but it's still not out of reach. But you really, really need to get started now.
Yeah, almost like winning out this half would be their way into this game, honestly. Oh. I think we're going to resume the game very shortly here. Pauses have come in. Let's see if they do manage to readjust here. SuperJymy. They have an op in Zori once again. He's not been able to be too much of an impact. He's got a couple of kills, but they've not made much of a difference.
No, hasn't. I mean, no one really has made much of a difference this far. Let's see.
Still the early days, though. It's only halfway through the first half. But it does not look great so far, as the first kill goes the way of Devil. That's a 3-man stack towards Banana as well, and uncontested kill on Auna is not the way to start things off for sure. None of the two CTs were able to help him at all. Try to trade that kill.
That was a nice adjustment by LDLC. Yumi were not at all ready for anybody to push up to the wall that fast, and I think Auna still had a nade. He was not holding out a nade, I think, at the point where
he wasn't ready, put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Where Devil peaked. So let's see. But no, this is the time where, after that initial kill, what Yumi could have done is retaken Banana. Devil would have been left all alone, so either they would have gotten the kill, or they could have at least gained control. But now LDLC once again taking over middle after already trading a kill there, and it's just too much to ask Ariel in that situation. He gets one, but it's just not going to get the job done. And once again, we see Arvid left, and it looks like he's actually going to be flanked by Devil in the B side.
Yeah, and the problem is, again, 1 by 1 trying to hold that. Like, there's Bana was on the roof there, quad. He got into a duel on his own against 3 Ts. He got one, but got traded away. And then that guy on the back, he got a kill, but got traded away. Especially when the numbers advantage already is in the way of LDLC. That's obviously not a viable way of trying to win the round anymore.
I think Yumi had a plan to do something in Banana with those 3 people, which makes sense because LDLC is taking Banana control every single round. But I don't really know why they don't just take over Banana instantly. I mean, that is first of all, that's the easiest way to do it, because you can just basically molly the entire area, make sure the terrorists cannot get in there early. And then at the very least, even if you fall back and you only leave an opera there, hold the flash for him, in the worst case scenario, at least they're most likely going to use a lot of utility to take Banana control back instead of just walking in there early round.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, from the way it looked, it didn't seem very planned. Like, they were just like, let's play 3 Banana, but then there was nothing planned on how do we do it. So that's when you see a player getting picked off very being surprised. So, and then the protocol afterwards not really knowing what to do instead. I feel like you said, they should have just kept on pushing in and try to contest those players that they were taking Banana. Once again, we see early aggression coming in here. It's just the molly, though. 2 players playing around those lodges here in Banana, just waiting for anything from Yumi. They're waiting for counter flashes, but they're actually falling through now. Really Bono, though, with the first one, Existence being able to try and trade that kill. It's back and forth. Now, finally, we do have Yumi getting some kills in Arvid with a double, and man advantage in their favor.
And Existence is also down to very low health, so this actually is by far the best chance that the Finns have had to win a round post-pistol. Unfortunately, Alex has lurked all the way into CT spawn, and he's going to be slowly flanking B, where Arvid is the sole defender currently. Yeah. Though they must be aware of that, because both of his teammates are in the A side, just bunkered and not holding anything. But Arvid misses the shot, unfortunately. Now, both of the Frenchmen, actually, the Belgian and the quasi-French British guy, they're both very low on health. So it's a winnable round, but 2 CZs, no kits.
They're both,
actually, maybe Arvid had a kit, but it's just a tough round, and it's another one that Yumi is just letting sort of go away from a good start, and that's just gonna kill them.
Indeed, it is.
Perfectly placed too. You couldn't walk around it.
Yeah. Well, Systems manages to get one pick off.
And Ariel is just going to save the AK. He's got 15 points of health. There's just no way he's going to be winning this round. And that's just rough for Yumu. I mean, they got the double entry in Banana from Arvid. That was the kind of thing you need to get back on the board, but then just nothing from there. And frankly, I thought that they should have taken a bigger risk in the 3v2 and just bunkering 2 people into the site to at least try to spot the terrorists to see where they're going. Alex made the right play that round. That was a great move by him to just sneak into CT spawn, saw an opening, took it, and that's what eventually won them the round. Now, obviously, Arvid could have hit that shot towards CT spawn. If he did, they win the round outright. But that's just the way it goes sometimes, and this game is really slipping away.
Feels like the pressure of them being down as much as they are kind of got into them in that round too, once they become that static. Even though, you know, the rule of thumb usually is when you have the numbers advantage, you know, you don't necessarily need to make a lot of moves, but still, if you're leaving that much open, you know, that's not good either.
So now there's a double stack in the apartments. Looks like
though.
Maniac's gonna peek them any second now. Maniac gets taken down. So finally an actual entry opening for Yumu.
And again, LDLC is going to react to the aggression coming in from Yumu.
But look at this. LDLC is already going towards Rap side. Zore misses a shot. He's going to molly Rap.
It's going to get picked off, is it? Oh,
this is not looking good for them. But the molly did hold LDLC back. So far, so good.
A double push here in Banana from Yumu. The bomb is actually making its way towards there. This is going to be interesting how it pans out. Auna, though, is going to be in Hellfire right now. He's getting burned out, but Arvid here, I don't think they're going to expect him. He gets one, but his position now is known. He does have a flash to play with, but not more than that. And 2 T's of aggression towards him. Existence pre-firing, wins the duel with a sliver of health left. It's a 3-on-3 situation now. Zora's still in B with an op and Oil, though. He's going to get one pick. But this should be a round that Yumu gets.
And Alex got a little carried away there. He was the only person with a lot of health on the terrorist side, so not sure walking up was warranted in that situation, but I sort of understand it considering that is how they won the previous mid-round situation. Now, Existence, last person left with just 2 points of health. For him, a 1 round would be killing Zor in B and then just throwing the ops away, but that's not in the cards, a triple for the Finnish opper. But a lot of pressure now on Yumu, because LDLC have a lot of money. They're not going to be saving no matter what in the last 3 rounds of the half. But if Yumu lose this, they're already broke.
Yeah. And they're down and out at that point in time, too. Because we're talking like 13-2 half, 12-3 at best.
It's not a good look. So let's see. Now they finally got an early kill, and they converted that into a round win. Let's see what they can do with this one. There's a head stack in Banana, trying to go for an early pick. No one from LDLC has taken Banana so far. Still 4 people in middle, sort of just waiting. It looks like Yumu smoked down middle fairly aggressively, so LDLC are a bit wary of someone potentially having pushed down, and they're just taking a lot of time to clear that. Still 4 people in Banana as we speak. No, 3 actually. And 2 people, Alex and Maniac, towards window room and apartments, like every other round. Bomb still down on the ground in Banana. And Yumu are just sort of playing a passive 3-2 setup at this point. Hasn't been working so far this half, so let's see what they can do here.
Indeed. Now again, LDLC does have the Banana. Leaves them a lot of room to play with. Not that many utilities left for them, though. So, a couple of smokes. Just going to be one towards coils, one towards the CT spawn, and that's going to be the commitment coming in towards the bomb side. Auna here, absolutely blind along with Zora, who's behind the smoke, but it's going to be Arvid to open things up. Who was on the flank, was he? Now a couple of picks going the way of Yumu, so this is actually looking very good for them.
Alex is, however, on the flank once again.
Yep.
So he could actually completely
it's happening again, isn't it?
Round on his head. He gets the first kill. He knows there's a second player in the site.
Oh,
Devil gets that kill, and it's a 3v3 just like that. Tainu and Devil are super low.
I've seen this movie before.
But just like that, it's turned to a 2v2.
Yeah. Health advantage in the way of SuperJymy, but Alex with that op kill as well. That's going to leave Ariel alone now in a 1-on-2 situation.
This is a winnable situation. He's got 100 points of health.
Yeah. Very much so. But there's an op.
LDLC are playing it well. Let's see. And that's another round for them. That That was a good start for Yumu in that round. It looked like they had completely stopped that push, but they just weren't aware of the possibility of Alex having flanked through the construction. And by the way, that round was a case study, perfect example of what can happen if you just waste some utility down the middle early on as CTs. Just try to make presence somewhere. LDLC wasted just about everything they had that round on just gaining back control of middle, making sure no one was pushing through, and then taking over Banana. By the time that they were going into that site, they had nothing left, and that's why Yumu actually managed to get those early kills in the first place before Alex bailed LDLC out.
Yeah, once again with the monster playing.
What an underwhelming. Well, I guess you can look at it two ways. Underwhelming from Yumu in the sense that they haven't really even tried to dictate the pace this game. They sort of just let LDLC play their game, and guess what? Their game is clearly good enough to win if you just let them do that. So that's a bit of a message being sent that you can let Existence play his game.
Exactly. Simultaneously, you got to give props to LDLC for being able to adapt mid-round. Once they've seen aggression in Banana, you've seen them just execute towards the A-bomb side straight away. And then mid-round calls as well have been on point. They've been able to dictate the slow plays far better from Yumu, who've just seemed much more passive and indecisive in a lot of the situations where they needed to make plays.
This is just the by half reminder that Yumu won the pins around this half.
That's the one of the 2 rounds they won this half.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Not a great look.
It's one of those situations where you think back to the time they were up 1-0. It's like, what if I told you that you were going to finish this half 2-13? No. LDLC now slowly going to the A side. A lot of damage being dealt by a couple of these Yumu players, but it's just not going to make any difference. Because unfortunately, all the kills go towards LDLC. Arvid left in a 1v5. I feel like we've seen this before. Arvid left in an impossible situation all alone in the B side.
Indeed. All the best he can hope for right now is just trying to steal a weapon away from LDLC. But there's a play in pit. That's Alex ready for this. He's low on HP. He takes a shot. Decides to fall back, smartly considering his HP right now. So doesn't seem very likely that Arvid's going to get a weapon, though. Maniac, he's looking for a fight. He's willing to take one. He's going to find one as well, and he's going to win it. So no weapon for Arvid. 2-12 on the scoreboard, so like you said, 3-12 is the best they can hope for.
And they don't have a lot of money for this final round either. So far, let's see. So Ariel is supposed to be the quote-unquote star player of Yumu. He's really struggled this game. He's got 6 kills only, and he's actually been playing in the A side. He's played the key position in this match, so if they were to win rounds, he would have been the one to put in work. Arvid tries pushing through the smoke from Banana early on, just instantly gets just murdered.
Gets smoked
by Toinu.
And it's going to be LDLC just continuing on pressure Banana as well. They've smoked off choke point into B, forcing on it all the way back on side and giving all that room for LDLC once again. Within 20 left round, so massive amount of opportunities here for them to be played with. As we see Bona, he's toying with the idea of pushing apps. He goes and sees a player, but there's another one in boiler he didn't realize this right now, and he's going to be pushing down as Mania gets a kill as well, and that's going to be a commitment coming in from LDLC straight away. But a molly in apps is going to slow things down a little bit, and a kill coming from the way of Yumu as well. It's a full advantage here for LDLC.
It's all on Allen now in B, because this is going to get pushed towards B. Oh, funny kill going their way though, so this is winnable.
It's definitely winnable.
Oh, it's not going to get the molly bomb down on time, so the bomb plant goes down. The Toinu is still burning. He's down to 46 points of health, but a 2v3 situation, and this could be tough.
Yeah, well, the Oppi isn't playing Toinu. He gets one, and that's going to be an issue for the CTs. The flash coming in, and it takes Toinu. He goes down, so now it's all down to Devil. That's in the other corner right now. He's just not able to win the duel against Honor. He doesn't see him. Well, it's going to be the 3rd round coming in for Yumu. And yeah, I mean, it's obviously a very, very tough CT half here. Three rounds is not something you wish for.
One might call it suboptimal.
Yeah.
3-12, I mean, that's a huge terrorist half for LDLC. This is, I mean, you can win the map on either side depending on how the economic game goes, but I would still say definitely favors the CTs. Just a tough half for Yumu. They couldn't really get anything going. They didn't really seem to have any sort of game plan beyond just playing your own spots and just hoping for the best. And LDLC were just ready to roll them over. There weren't even that many close rounds. I can only think back to about 2 rounds that Yumu realistically could have won.
And where Alex got into the flanks.
Exactly. Those were the only rounds. So not only were Yumu completely dominated off the server, they weren't even close to winning more rounds. So terrifying start for them. Let's see. There's not a lot of pressure for them now in the second half because, you know, for all intents and purposes, this is a lost game.
Try to grind round by round.
They should at the very least try to get into the tournament. Before the next game.
Get the feel for it, right?
Devil gets naded down to 50 health.
That's a slow approach from Yumu here to start things off. They do have 2 players in Banana waiting for a potential push from LDLC. But it's only Maniac who's trying to get some information right now where the car used to be. Around the barrels in Banana. But not much more happening. There's a smoke and a flash in the hands of Aune for the possible execute later, which was a bomb site. I think you think you can smoke off left or right side of mid. You can just smoke off CT spawn and plow through into the bomb site. That's as technical as it's going to get here for Yumu.
So bomb still down all the way towards T spawn. Aune is going to have to pick that up before they choose to go anywhere. LDLC currently playing with 4 people stacked in the A site with Maniac just aggressively spotting Banana. Gets the opening kill though, and that's going to be the rotation coming in. No one there to trade that kill or even close. Alex gets one, just peeking down middle as well as Arvid's trying to fall back towards B. And right now, Yumi's just confused. You see Ariel just kind of hoping no one else pushes down window. Now they're slowly migrating towards Banana. But at this point, LDLC can play 2 there because they're up 2 players in numbers. And they can even play them both on the bomb side of the site, which they're doing now. That's going to make it a lot harder for Yumi to even force an after plan.
Yeah, Yumi just took way too much time waiting for a potential push there. Felt like they needed to utilize the flash and try to take over Banana. They do push in now, though, but Maniac continues on that hunt and gets one more.
Look at this. Devil's still hiding in the sights.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he completely whiffs that kill. He misses all of his bullets.
What is going on? Bono versus Devil here. The longest fight ever.
That was rough. So Devil did not have a good round, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter. That was rough. That was rough.
Slightly rough to watch. There was a couple players there looking to get a kill. Not able to get it. But yeah, no, I mean, going down on that round a little bit more, I felt like that Yumi just spent way too much time in that stack waiting for a potential push to come in. So then they kind of didn't leave themselves a lot of options to choose from later in the round. They needed to maybe use that flash to take over Banana and force Maniac into a fight. Instead, they did just going dry, and Maniac hitting that one shot, falling back, rotation comes in, and Alex being able to get a pick in top and middle, left them in a 3-on-5 situation with a flash and a smoke to play with, and they...
So let me just cut you off right there.
Go ahead.
The score is 3-13, and Yumu are not force buying. They could have actually dropped 2 AKs and gone for a pretty good force buy at this point, but instead they have 2 CZs and 3 Glocks and no armor. Yeah, they're going to get the full buy next round, but they would have to have a perfect half from that point onwards to win. They can afford to make 1 mistake to get to OT, so I just don't think they're giving themselves enough to work with, but let's see. Yeah. If they can work their magic here, but certainly
look at the minimap.
Not a good start.
Very passive here from LDLC, just giving Yumi a room to play with, but obviously they don't have much to play with. That's kind of the issue. A lot of crossfires here coming up from LDLC as well.
And again, Maniac spotting all the way down to Banana. 4 players from LDLC in the A side, but Existence gets caught off guard. He's swinging wide in lane, but Toinu and Alex are just ready to completely clean up the push in lane. Now here's the full weapon round for Yumu, but it's just so late. They're down 3 and 14. It's just a lot to ask for.
Oh yeah.
To have a chance to even make this competitive at this point. And it is one of those situations where once you lose the pistol, you just force buy no matter what, because you need to give yourself, like, even if you don't feel that comfortable on that, guess what? You need to give yourself more of a cushion.
Sure.
Zora misses a chance to get an opener there in the middle.
Yeah. LDLC.
And you see LDLC aggressive in Banana early on. They're double nading and mauling the little corner in the beginning of Banana. Where
they're doing now what Yumu did, like, you know, on the later parts of the CT half, where they just pushed in all the way down. Devil now all the way down in Banana as well. So that's going to take a lot of effort for Yumi to even be able to have any potential in taking that part of the map. As it's going to be a top mid take here from Yumi. They've smoked on left side, top and mid, flash comes in. They clear that area with still minute and 10 left, so they do have options here to play with.
There's smoke. That's Yumi are not going to be happy about that smoke that just popped down Banana, because from the angle that Ana is looking at, he's not actually sure if someone could have pushed into T-spawn.
Oh, well, Ana gets a kill, though.
Gets a shot through the crack of the smoke on a Maniac, and he looks like he's actually not too worried about someone having pushed through, even though the smoke really looked like that would have been one you used to send someone down to T-spawn. Existence gets a kill on Arvid, gets a second kill now.
A nice flash comes in.
Alex is still low, but Ane really needs to get a kill here, or this is going to get near impossible very fast. And look at this, you see Devil on the flank, so it's a matter of seconds now. And there comes the flank, that's a kill on him. Zore is the last man left, gets taken out, gets a kill. Alex instantly trades, 15-3, no money on the side of Yumu. And this is looking to be a terrible start for, well, the team that we just said before the game that could be making their case to be the best team in Finland currently.
Not a great look, is it? But first game of the day. Yeah, I mean, that looked, actually the round looked okay till, I don't know, the last 40 seconds or so. They were in a numbers advantage. I guess they needed to commit on the push on Arch side once they did get the kill straight away. Existence managing to stay alive and getting 2 kills, becoming very pivotal for that round.
Just almost no money now on Yumu, so this round they're gonna have to just work off some picks. They've taken Banana control.
So voodoo magic needs to happen here.
Push Maniac all the way back into the B side this time around, but it is a really tough round to win at this point.
Yeah, indeed it is. Not much happened so far. Just utility being spent here from the CTs. Yumi kind of trying to get a pick here in top middle. They get splashed in Aerial does, but he doesn't manage to get back up. And LDLC just contesting top middle, and that gives Aerial the opportunity to kill, and Auna to continue on that as well. That's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage in their way now. Then they just need to ambush that bomb side straight away. Go in there. Existence, though, is on the bomb side. He gets downed, and that's only Maniac left, so they do actually manage to utilize this opportunity as LDLC tries to push middle and don't win the fights.
This is basically what needed to happen on the second round of this half. Drop AKs, walk into a site, get a couple of kills, and then you would have had some rounds to work with. Unfortunately, at this point in time, it's just kind of, there's still about 11 game points after this. So that's a tall order. If LDLC save this weapon, they're still going to be able to buy next round. So there's some pressure on Yumu to actually chase down Maniac and kill him, because otherwise it's going to be a buy from LDLC. Should Maniac go down, in that case, I think they would actually go for the save and just opt to play it safe, give him a better chance to close it out in one of the later rounds in the half. That smoke actually works against Yumu, so I'm not really sure what the point in throwing that was. It looks like Maniac is going to be able to save his weapon thanks to the smoke, which again was thrown by the Finns.
That is very true.
So Maniac saves his weapon, 11 game points left for the French side.
I think
Maniac is likely going to drop the weapon or drop a UMP to Existence, and they're going to go for the buy.
I would go for the buy for sure.
It's not going to be perfect, but it's not like they've needed perfection up until this point.
No, definitely not. And you just don't want to give any leeway for Yumi to get back into this at all. You just want to make sure you get the game early on. And this is definitely not a possibility for them. Obviously need a lot of utility on the CT side. That's the optimal way. It's going to be an early fight here in Banana. Mania gets a kill. It's going to be trade-off. One that favors LDLC early on. So that's a great lookout for them. 4-on-3 advantage. But now only one smoke left. But not sure that's going to make much of a difference, as Alex is going to get another one. 4-on-2 now for them. Well, Zore and Arvid do need to come up with something magical here to be able to give SuperJymy another chance here in this match.
And this is the kind of stuff that Yumi just never attempted, no matter how much they were losing playing passive. We've seen LDLC push down aggressively towards Banana 2 rounds in a row now, 2 weapon rounds. Yumi had, well, 15 full rounds of the half, and they not once pushed down early on in the round where they could have gotten picks or could have gotten information. The only times they did that was later on in the round, where it was somewhat obvious that LDLC were most likely headed towards A to begin with. 4v2 situation, Arvid and Zore. Last 2 members left. There's 2 people playing in B. Existence is burning alive. Been relegated to the little corner. Devil's boosted up. He actually gets taken out.
Why do you use that boost anymore? Sometimes I just think it's...
But it doesn't look like Yumu are ready at all for Existence to still be hiding in the side. The Molly didn't catch that little corner. That's an easy double kill for him. 16-4. That's a tough start.
Tough start and a half, I would say, you know? I mean, considering the way those rounds were going very, very one-sided, a lot of them, only a couple of them where Yumu actually even had a dice in them, even though then you had Alex on those flanks, managed to retaliate, managed to get those rounds in their favor, so definitely not the start that Yumu was looking for.
No, that's a terrible debut at the tournament. They're only saving grace at this point is the fact that it is still Friday morning. People are at school and at work, so there's not a lot of audience here. So,
it does help, right?
So not that many people could witness that. So you know, if they're able to rebound later today, you know, there's a reputation to be salvaged at the very least. But LDLC certainly sending a message with the early game. They look just from a completely different league.
So
from
much,
the Finns.
yeah, so much more polished. I mean, Yumu just needs more mid-round control. They need to have different kind of protocols.
Listen, they need more of everything. Tell me what they don't need more of based on that map.
No, it's very true.
But obviously, you know, it was one map, but still.
I think it would make a much bigger of a difference if they had more control in the mid-round situations when they were either down-numbered or they kind of had to roam, get some information, you know, make flash top in the middle, try to fight what the T's were doing, for example, on the CT side. So that kind of stuff would make a much big of a difference. So I think we have an interview coming up.
You had a really strong lot of A hits. What was the story behind the A hits?
Well, I think we realized very quickly that they were not contesting the first part of the middle. So it's very hard as CT to just stay like on the bomb site or in the pit and have no information how many people are actually there. So we took advantage of it. Faked B to hit the A side, hit the A side straight. Because they were playing blind, I think. They were playing 3 on A, 2 on B blind. So we took advantage of it.
All right. You're heading into a break, and after that, you're going to either play 100 Pro or Conquer Gaming. Who do you want to face?
I have to say, I don't know Conquer Gaming so much. I don't know their level. We've been practicing against Pro 100 a few times. We know they're a good team. I wouldn't be surprised to play against Pro 100. But then again, I don't know the score, so we will see.
It was 13-6 at some point for 100 Pro, so that's that. Well, yeah, thank you for your interview. And on us, we go a quick commercial break, and we come back when we have our next game. Mennään takaisin studioon sitten yläpuolella.
That's my preview monitor up there, so that's why I was looking there. Anything? I think we've pretty much wrapped it up already. There's not much to talk about this.
So meanwhile, on the other matchup, Pro 100, Zeus's team, sub 12-3 against the Finnish hopefuls of Conquer. So the winners, I believe, are going to be on the mainstream next. So we're going to be seeing LDLC remain up here. The Finns pack up. We're going to get Pro 100 set up here. It's going to be a bit of a break, and then we'll go back for the winners game. See who comes out on top of Group A.
See you later, boys and girls.